Good morning everyone, my name is Rolf Miguel F. Pombo. Today I'm going to discuss with you examining oral communication activities. So let's start with this first video.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Najimoto. I'm Georgina Lorenzana from Skyjet. Oh, here's my card, sir.
Where's your boss?
Oh, he's not here.
Why he not here?
But I will represent him.
I don't want to talk with assistant.
But I think he emailed you that he will send his assistant today to talk to you about the proposal.
No, this is very important meeting. I don't want to talk with an assistant, okay?
Yes, sir, but if you could just hear me out, I have the proposal.
The deal is off.
Oh, no, sir. Sir, no, wait. This is very important to me. Please, sir. Just let me present. I have all the materials.
Don't waste my time.
No,
Come
sir.
in. Good morning.
Sir Bong! You made it! Sir Bong!
He's your boss?
Yes, he's the boss.
I'm the boss.
Yes, you're the boss. He's the boss.
I'm the boss.
Yes, you're the boss.
You're the boss?
He's the boss.
I'm the boss.
You're the boss. Nice to meet you. Sure.
Sir Bong. We can start, sir? Yes. Yes. There.
Why are you late?
Oh, he just came from Tokyo. He had a meeting there.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Tokyo. How about Tokyo? Tokyo?
Oh, it's very, very good.
I talked with your Mr. Bong-san, okay?
Yes.
How was Tokyo?
It's very good. Very good.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Yes.
Many Japanese. Hi, arigato.
Arigato.
Hi, arigato.
Oh, hi, arigato.
Hi,
Tumigil ka na po, hindi titigil.
Hi, arigato.
Hi, arigato.
Hi, arigato.
Hi, arigato.
Hi, arigato.
Like I said, we are always open to co-training partnership.
My boss said he want to know about how your brand is different from other airlines.
Hindi.
Oh, yes. Unlike other low-cost airlines, we sell travel as a lifestyle. We're very aspirational.
Yes.
Yes, we're very aspirational. And actually, sir, here in Skyjet, we're very, very conscious about our brand and brand ideals. We stay
Hi.
true to that. Yes, and our primary target market is usually the young urban users, those who have the means to travel for leisure.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Very good.
And according to studies released this 2015,
Hi.
Filipinos are expected to travel more in the coming years, and we're actually looking at young professionals who
Yes,
are
yes.
willing to spend for leisure, and they are the ones in call centers or
Good.
BPO industries. We are very, very protective of our aspirational image. We are the perfect code-share partner of Nippuro Air in the Philippines.
Good. Kampai!
Kampai! Kampai!
Good.
Arigato.
Sana na. Sana.
Arigato.
Arigato.
So in the video, it shows that the process is talk about when a speaker, Tony and Coco, discuss the message or representation to the two Japanese. So they discuss or talk about the business on how the Philippine airline can close the deal to the Japanese company, and the receiver, which is the two Japanese businessmen rather, send or provide feedback. So identify the function of the speech or communication and activity. The function used in the movie clip is control or regulation, because they manage the behavior of the two Japanese businessmen. In the first scene, the Japanese boss or businessman don't want to talk to the assistant or secretary, but they handle it and convince the Japanese businessman to close the deal with them. So here in the fifth slide, identify the possible model being used in the communication activity. So the possible model being used in the communication activity is the interactive model or interactive communication model, because in the short clip, the sender composes the message and delivers it to a receiver, who in return composes and delivers the response. So here, in the sixth slide, assess whether it is an effective communication or not. So it's an effective communication because they're having a discussion and they understand each other. Based on the video, after talking, they close the deal and so here in the seventh slide, identify the barriers of the communications or communication. The barriers that has been used to show in the clip is use of jargons, because the other is Japanese, while the other one is a Filipino. They can't understand well, though they can speak English but not fluently. And able to solve that problem, they should have an interpreter, so that they can communicate fluently and they can understand more what they are saying.
Two of those would be a telegram, right? Nobody knows what a telegram is anymore because we don't use them. Who just did that? No, I want to know. Stand up. We'll stay here until either that person admits who it is or the person sitting around them tells me who it is. Who was it? Nobody knows? It was back here? I've been hearing it in this room, like, regularly. And I'm not sure I believe that. Let me tell you something, you guys. My bad side is as bad as my pleasant side is pleasant. All right? Don't push me that way. I like to keep things informal in here as much as possible, but understand where the difference between informal and impolite is. And I won't tolerate impolite. If I hear one more of these overly loud yawns, get up and walk the hell out. Yawn outside. Stay out of class. Whatever it is you need to do to get over it. I want to know why 220 other people in this room don't find the need to do that. And you should be asking yourself, why am I the one loser that has to do that and 220 other people know better? Don't push me to this point again. All right. Now, if that didn't ruin the tone for the rest of the class, by the way, if somebody wants to anonymously tell me who it is, please do. All right? A kilobyte.
So here, in the second video, narrate the process. The process is talk about when the speaker or teacher discuss the message or presentation to the receiver, or which is the student. So they discuss or talk about the lesson, and the receiver, which are the student, sends or provides feedback. So here in the next slide, identify the functions of the speech communication activity. The function that is being used in the clip is emotional expression. Why? Because the teacher or the speaker is upset because there is someone who yawned too loud, and that is very, very distractible. So identify the possible model being used in a communication activity. The model that's being used in the clip is the linear communication model, because the transmission of the message starts from an active sender, which is the teacher or the speaker in the clip, and it ends with the possessive receiver, which are the students. Assess whether it is an effective communication activity or not. The clip has been shown is not an effective communication because the speaker was interrupted by the one who yawned at the back area of the hall. The speaker cannot deliver his message properly. So identify the barriers of the communication. The barrier that is being used in the clip is noisy environment, because the speaker is teaching to the students, but a person interrupts him because of overly loud yawn. To be able to solve that problem, the person who yawns should not yawn too loud because he can interrupt the speaker or the teacher. Before the class starts, he should take 8 hours of sleep, so he will not be sleepy in the class. So
I do have a couple quick announcements to take care of while we're waiting for this to boot up. Anyway, dude, seriously? Anyway, so we've got studies on freaking the site now. Sona. Make sure you guys are taking care of the research. There are a whole bunch of studies on there. I offered you guys the extra credit deal, and had it with the phones. Hey, consider that round 2 of April Fool.
So here in the last video, narrate the process. The process is talk about when a speaker or a teacher discuss the message or presentation to the receiver, which are the students. They discuss about their lesson. So, and the receiver, which are students, send or provides feedback. So here in the next slide, identify functions of the speech or communication activity. So the function that's being used in the clip or shown in the clip is emotional expression, because the teacher is but he was interrupted and get mad because someone is having a phone call in the middle of the discussion. Identify the possible model is being used in the communication activity. So the model that is being used in Korea is the linear communication model, because the transmission of the message starts from an active sender, which is the teacher or the speaker in the clip, and it ends with the possessive receiver, which are the students. So here in the next slide, assess whether it is an effective communication activity or not. The clip that has been shown is not an effective communication, because while the teacher is having a lesson or giving a message, one of his students is having a phone call. After that, the professor loses his control and gets angry. So here in the last slide, identify the barriers of the communication. The barrier that is being used in the clip is the noisy environment. The teacher can't discuss properly because someone is having a phone call. And able to solve that problem, the student should raise his hand and call the attention of his teacher because he needs to answer that phone. So thank you everyone for listening to my video, and I hope that you get some facts, or I hope that you've learned something. Thank you.